So today for the All-Star game, the WNBA players wore t-shirts. They came out wearing t-shirts saying, pay us what you owe us. Which, I mean, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's a powerful old statement. And I know there are a lot of people that are going to be kind of annoyed at that. But at the end of the day, look, we've seen in any industry, everyone looks for more money. Everybody looks for more money. And I don't necessarily care if it's unpopular, but look, regardless of what my opinion is on it, and I think in general them saying pay us what you owe us, I honestly think the owners and the NBA keeping the league alive, I think there's a big difference between pay us what you owe us and pay us what we deserve. And I do think there's a very good argument to be made that they deserve more. And I actually fully agree with that. And they do deserve to be paid more. They do deserve a higher kind of amount to pay. They definitely do. But the whole pay us what you owe us is a bit, I don't know. It's the wording's a bit weird. Either way, it's probably irrelevant. It is probably absolutely irrelevant. But yeah, it's a good thing that the players and teams are all together, or the players are all on the one page. I think that these owners have already lost so much money in the WNBA that they probably don't mind losing any more money. But the problem is basically the percentage of the revenue they want to give up. Like, I saw a tweet and it was like, if players earn 40% of the league's revenue, which is less than the NBA earns, they'd be getting $6 million a year salary, and it'd be all this great stuff. And I'm like, well, yeah, the problem is that the league only owns 42%. So getting 40% of the league's revenue is actually 40 of 42, which is like 95%. That is the big problem with all this. I don't even mind. I don't mind if the players are wearing these shirts, because I actually do think the players deserve to get a lot more money. I've always said this, is that I think the players are going in with too much expectations, and the owners are going in. And basically, the owners, it seems like, are going in with the logic of if things don't work out and if we make this deal based on what they want and Caitlyn gets injured, or if the hype dies down, we're screwed. We're absolutely screwed. And that is very true. It is absolutely true that if the hype dies down, the owners become screwed. And the owners have already been screwed. And I think at this stage, with the amount of money that's gone in, the NBA are trying to recoup some of their money. So the NBA aren't going to be pumping money in. They're in a really weird spot right now. I'm not saying that the WNBA players or the WNBA are in a bad spot, or aren't going to be in a great spot in 2 to 3 years. The problem is that this year, I think it's a huge risk, and I don't know if it's a risk they're willing to take. I really don't know if it's a risk they're willing to take, because realistically, it's probably like the first of kind of the really big, like, first time they're going to give up a lot of control. Because obviously, look, the league's not profitable as is. With the current salary, it's not profitable. And people don't realize, like, obviously the WNBA players are getting a certain amount of revenue for their salary, but like the salary and some other stuff going to the players, but like also the charter flights, it doesn't take into account that teams are all trying to build new facilities, which they're not going to, most of them can't afford. A lot of them can't afford without getting the NBA subsidies. It seems like the NBA are trying to give less towards teams, and it doesn't seem like it's a good scenario all around the CBA. And I'm not out here being like, oh, these players, like, they're not getting what they deserve or anything on it, because I do believe the players deserve to get paid a lot more. But I also do want to stand by, I don't think the owners and the stakeholders or the shareholders that have lost money for 26 years owe the players really anything. Like, I don't think they really owe the players the money. Well, they don't owe the players a gigantic increase in money because, again, the revenue is 200 million a year. That's split between 15 teams. That's what's 200 million split between 15? Let me just get my calculator out here. There's 13 right now, but next year there's 15 when it starts. So 200 divided by 15. So it's 13 million per team. And then you multiply that by 0.42 for what the team actually gets. So each team by the new TV deal gets 5.6 million a year from the TV deal. They make 5.6 million a year. Whereas in the current TV deal, they make, what is it? It's 20 million a year, I think. Or say it's 60 million instead of 200 million. So 60 divided by 13 equals, or 60, sorry, divided by 13 by 0.42. So they make about 2 million. So like it is an increase of about 4 million. However, I think they're trying to get salaries into the seven figures. And I'm like, it's probably not the time where they have the leverage to push for that. So I think this is going to completely drag out. I think this is going to completely drag out. And I think this will drag out until maybe the night before. I think this legitimately could drag out until the very night before the CBA. This is not going to get solved during the season. It is not going to get solved at any stage. I could see the players threatening to walk out of a finals game. Like it could get to that because obviously I don't think the players get paid extra for making the playoffs. Like I could see the players doing that. I could see this going hard. But at the end of the day, look, I think the players are well within their right to protest however the hell they want. I know a lot of people are going to be saying, oh, that, the players should be grateful there's a league. And while I think, there's an argument for that. There's also an argument that they're about to, there's an argument that they are about to, they're just going to screw, they could, they're going to make them a lot of money. They're going to continue to make the owners a lot of money, or not continue. They're going to eventually make the owners a lot of money. But anyway, that is the video. I'm fine with the players doing this. Look, I'm cool with the players. I'm cool with employees trying to get what they're worth. Especially, I think this is a really bad time for the CBA. If I was the players, I would literally try to organize like a really very much like, okay, this is our CBA. This is a CBA for X amount of years. We can opt out after 2 years. And maybe sign a little bit of and then if it's a 2 years one where either party can opt out, if the owners give in to the players' demands and it's not working out, after 2 years it's gone. And then literally say, look, okay, it's after 2 years, but you're not allowed to sign a contract going past that 2 years unless you're on a rookie deal. Something like that. But I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to last a long time. And look, I will support the players getting paid. At the end of the day, it's best for all of us that that basketball is being played. That is the most important thing for all of us. That the basketball is good because we're all basketball fans at the end of the day. I don't know why people are championing the players not getting a bunch of money. I'm just giving my opinion on how I think the situation is going to play out and talking about it from the owner's perspective, from what I think is the owner's perspective, why I don't think that things might work out, and I think it might last a long time getting back. But at the end of the day, I would love for these players to make 20, 30 million because, again, I don't care. Like, what's the point of hoping they make less that the billionaire owners make more money? Like, I don't care if they end up having to spend a bit of money for a play thing. Like, let's be real, I don't care as long as the basketball's fun. But anyway, that's the video. See you guys.